Welcome to the season of Libra, Sacred Spirit Circle Meditation. Libra is the season of receiving, opening up, balancing the scales, the harmonics, the partnerships, the throat center, the hearing sister. Libra season along with the rooster. Not only the rooster in Chinese astrology, but also the dog. These are the northwest and the western directions in time and space. It's the helpful people, the creativity. Now remember, earth elements in Chinese astrology are transitional seasons. It's the transition between one season to the next. In this case, it's the season of the fall into the season of the winter or the north. And the throat activates the throat center during the season or the ages of 6.5 to 8.5, and then again during what I would say during the outer energetic centers that go through the cycles of 7. We revisit these times also during the cycles of each and every year. The throat center is our hearing sister. It's automatic writing, the element of sound. Generally, we hear to ground into the element of earth, which is fantastic. If you need to heal the flesh, maybe you need some nurturing. Sound healing from the root, which would actually be drumming, and up into the higher octaves of sound bowls, and even including sounds like the harp, the violin, those higher note string songs. I see them as activating at certain energetic centers and yet sounding off through the throat center. Throat issues, speaking our spiritual truths, you may need to sound out those harmonics. It's also the season of the fall, so we have the lung energy. Imagine what a rooster does, if you will. They truly use their lungs during the early mornings, where the dog is all about loyalty, unconditional love. Dogs always want love. So tune into my earlier shows around, I would say probably 3 years ago, possibly. I really dove into the elements along with the animals of the Chinese astrology and so much more. So being that our voice is activated, it's time to level up our notes, our tone, toning up our hearing, giving yourself a sound tune-up. So this is our expression center. Singers of all kinds have a highly activated throat center. The number 6, along with numbers that add to a 6. Different octaves, of course, and the color or a variety of shades of blue. The 5th energetic field, it either attracts or repels, and it also sends guidance. When we change the information that we're putting out into the world, and the world changes what it then sends to us through sound waves. Words are symbols, and they alter reality out into the real world. So when serving as a channel for greater forces. So this is the idea behind using symbols for healing, as is done in a lot of Reiki energy and those kinds of healing sessions or systems. Symbols are structure. You change the outcome of channeled energy by changing the structure, and I would also say by charging the structure. Sorceress or sorcerers, I like the sorceress, often use words, the number 5, or symbols like twisted, a twisted 5-pointed star, to really create confusion and also lies in the 5th energetic center within the imagination, the imaginal pathway. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, these are some offerings I have online about the 12 energetic centers. And we are all capable of performing sorcery, usually unconsciously, like when channeling our anger into spoken words or into an untruth, when we scribble on pages. We can also use words to summon to clear reality of those untruths and manifest truth. And the best way to use symbols is really through the 5th center, because it's the center kind of a middle doorway, if you will, between the here and also the there. So imagine what type of energy you really want exchanged, and it will be so. And if you can practice with already noted symbols of shapes and colors and tones, and also use words as well, numerology, numbers, This is also the 9th energetic center, the soul's harmonic, kind of in tuning. No chakra actually works alone. Some are a little more elevated. So if you really want to exchange worry for faith, imagine the word worry positioned in the middle of the doorway, the gateway. And imagine it then slipping through the doorway, and then see in your mind's eye or your throat center, see the word faith sliding into this place. So this is not the meditation, but with so many people really having thyroid issues, just as a side note, to recalibrate your throat center and being in the season of Libra, which is also about partnerships, I do cowrie shell divinations. And if you are in any kind of a relationship, intimate or not, relating to yourself even, all kinds of partnerships, it's actually going to show up. This is our verbal center connected to the season of Libra. So it's fantastic for gaining guidance, input. It's necessary for commanding change. And words have power, right? So it's important, however, before you begin to work with this center, to really check for all the things. And when I say all the things, it could be bindings, cordings, any kinds of interference on the backside of our energetic centers, and really using intentions, verbal commands to be free of these old energetic tapes or wirings, cables that can really distort or block the information from our own higher self or our spirit, what we look like on the other side, our Sira. So we can utilize toning, chanting, music to really clear the backside of our energy centers and our throat center. And once we clear them, that's when you can use the center, the 5th energetic center, the throat, to really source out and communicate and fine tune the higher guidance from any and all of the levels of reality, which is also fantastic. I always first call in my guides and gatekeepers. If you're not sure what that is, we all have a spirit team, a team spirit guides appointed to us, even ancestors, appointed by the oneness, the divine, the great spirit, whatever your heart desires to call the universal goddess, to prevent interference and to ensure that we correctly understand the message and that we get the memo. We can also gain insight from others' guides, like other people, through this center as well, if you're intuitively gifted and your purpose and your gift is to be a conduit. And the front side really expresses a variety of forms of consciousness to really manifest in this reality, held by the front side of our third eye as well. So these energy centers actually work together. It's all connected. It's all weaved together, the threads of fabric, this weaving. However, if these two centers are in conflict, the stronger energy center is the one that wins. Usually, reality is charged with emotional or mental strongholds. In reality, even the most intensely bold on a power kind of level or field, that's why it's great to raise our vibration and hold the tones, the seed notes, if you will. If you are not getting what you want in life, you really want to go check the alignment between the front and the back side of your 5th and your 6th and your 7th energy centers, concentrating mostly on the front sides of the throat and the third eye. And I just want to share a very powerful manifesting technique that's actually to link the forces through the force energy center, the one in our hands. A lot of Reiki healers use their hands to command forces. This is force empathy, along with the back side of the throat, before expressing our intentions through the front side of the throat. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? And you really want to make sure that you are 100% beyond infinity clear about what you want, because you will get it. This is how these energy centers kind of invoke together. You may also energize the unspoken, the unconscious desires, which may not be that great to begin with. So really connecting to the divine pathway, I would say absolute light, those universal streams. That's actually the key to consider first before utilizing this technique. But there are other topics as well However, with that, if you're new to my show, my name is Tanya D. I am a holistic shaman, medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, a reflector by design. My intention truly is changing lives, igniting passions through the information highway while awakening the spirit. But now that we have arrived into the season of what opening up our chalice is, and receiving those divine blessings, being in relationship with the Great Spirit, where is the cosmic highway? Well, Mercury finally came off holiday along with Venus. The moon is in Capricorn on this day at a Libra degree. So you may be feeling the moon or feeling where you need maybe to protect your personal commitments, your relationship within yourself. And Pluto at 27, you may just feel as if you need to commit to a future that your spirit truly is initiating. Spirit is kind of inducing us onto a new spiritual walk of fame, I might say. Feeling into spirit, kind of an induced initiation. How many of you are finding that there are a younger, I would say, or people that are really going through some kind of a spiritual integration, an initiation? I know in my divinations I've had that come up. Just needing a lot of time and space, literally time and space, to integrate this transformation. Like they're getting a lot of downloads. They need somebody to hold the sacred space. And of course, after that, that's when they rise like the phoenix on the other side. So if this is you, I'm putting it out there. Blessings to you. But with the moon squaring the sun, what you feel your heart wants to open up to and what your heart wants to open up to kind of are wrestling, along with Venus being in Leo, the star of the sun. So Venus is acting on our behalf of our heart's commitments to really take an action and initiation in our day-to-day life. So your inner will of your heart is kind of authenticating all of this. And with Chiron and Aries, our wounds of a timeline is kind of trining into this as well. So it's like our heartfelt wounds possibly are activated. You might get triggered. And if so, just know you're in a growth period. But the sun, loving the feeling, sit with it and allow it to float on by the cloud lines. You have already been here before. You no longer need to add fuel to that fire again. The universe always works in our favor. It's in that allowance and surrendering. That's when we break on through to the other side. That's about all I kind of see there that's kind of standing out to me. So with that, let's get in that position. Inhale for a count of 3 and hold for a count of 3. And as you're doing your in-breath and your out-breath, just imagine universal streams of golden light coming all the way down and like really hitting your throat center. We're going to do this backwards cleanse, if you will. I want you to be centered. I want you to ground into the elemental being that resides within you. So protect your center and connect to your center, doing the inhale and the exhale. Breathing into and through the backside of your throat. Exhale through the front. We're going to do this 3 times. Breathing into and through the backside of the throat. Inhale through the backside and exhale through the front side. Breathing into and through the backside of the throat. Last time. Exhale through the front. Now we're going to inhale through the front side of our throat center and exhale through the back side. So we're just weaving the threads. Inhale through the front side, exhale through the back side. And with that, I affirm the Great Spirit, the oneness, the divine. I affirm the guardians, the angels, the beings of the unseen, and also the seen, including our ancestors, the Candomblé, the Fae, the Wedame. I affirm the magical beings, the spirits tuning into the sacred spirit circle, myself included. Inhale and release. I petition the divine to connect and protect our unique field, our energy center, unique and individual to each and every one of us, like our divine blueprint, our thumbprint. Exhale and release. Inhale. I petition the divine to connect and protect our universal streams, being a conduit streaming through our hands, the absolute gratitude of light that resonates with our soul, our spirit, our personal streams. Exhale and release. Inhale, hold into your throat. I petition the divine to connect and protect from our hand center to stream absolute light to the star, connecting us to our nature empathy, the nature beings, the elementals, seen and unseen, streaming universal streams of absolute oneness. And exhale. Inhale. I petition the divine, the great spirit, to connect and protect our soul's harmonic, the absolute stream of light, to show us symbols, signs, numbers that resonate with our higher self, our Sira. Exhale and release. Inhale, blue streams of absolute light into your throat center, back or front side, as I petition the divine to protect and connect to our shaman's portal to only show us which records, Akashic, shadow, that are available to us at this time within the imaginal realm, allowing streams to flow into the imagination freely and smoothly. Exhale and release. Inhale, absolute light of blue into your throat center, front or back side, as I petition the divine to protect and connect to our crown center, our divine spiritual connection, to be fluid, to be of absolute light, inspirited, opening up our visions to see the way the Great Spirit sees. Exhale and release. Inhale from those universal streams, the blue light. It may look like the ocean, the greens of the ocean, the turquoise of the oceans, or the deep blue. You do you. As I petition the divine to protect and connect absolute light through our third eye, to bring visions of light with clarity, to see the perfection in the imperfection, as you exhale and release. Inhale, universal streams of absolute light, blue filtering through, as I petition the divine to connect and protect to our personal streams of absolute spiritual truths, to cleanse the energy center and purify with these blue streams, to be a voice, a conduit. You may feel the sounds, feel the hum, a sensation within you to vibrate, to chant. The seed sound of the throat center to speak. As in sleep, exhale and release. That was a long one. Inhale, personal streams of blue, as I petition the divine to connect and protect through the chalice, the chamber of our heart, to speak our truths, our loving divine truths, in ways that open up our heart to receive the perfection. Exhale and release. Inhale, personal streams, as I petition the divine to protect and connect through our solar plexus, our administration channel, our ability to receive data, igniting our self-confidence, our self-esteem, knowing we are enough as our solar plexus illuminates. Exhale and release. Inhale, personal streams of blue, as I petition the divine to protect and connect absolute light to our sacral center, to feel our feelings, our emotions, as the divine fills, and wash away emotions and feelings that are not serving our highest good, to feel ourselves as the divine fills us. Exhale and release. Inhale, your personal streams of radiant blue light, petitioning the divine to protect and connect our root center, our ability to be here in the now, knowing we are safe, streaming our ability to manifest, to be of service, not just to others, but more importantly to ourselves, to create inner peace, giving us the time, the space that is necessary to create inner peace and overall well-being. Exhale and release. And one final inhale as we merge our personal streams of blue radiant light along with the universal streams of blue illuminating light. One enters through the front of the throat center, the other through the backside. You choose you. And as these two streams meet right into the middle of your sacred heart, your sacred throat center, merging together, feel the blue ignite in your throat center that you may speak your spiritual truths and be in heart alignment with your voice, hearing the sounds, being a conduit. And with that, I say Ashe. Blessings to you, and I will, as always, see you on the other side. And if you don't mind tagging at the Tanya D if you're tuning in from Instagram or just right here on YouTube in my show notes, comment below the greatest insight you percolated through this musing meditation, the Sacred Spirit Circle, to keep the momentum flowing. And blessings to you, my energetic beings. I'm grateful to be of soul service. Ashe.